Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to a very beautiful and very sunny Puerto Pollensa this afternoon. Check out this sunshine, it's absolutely amazing. Oh, I can see we've got quite a few people on the live already. Good afternoon everybody. Good afternoon everyone, let's get this live stream started from over here in Puerto Pollensa this absolutely beautiful Sunday afternoon. Now you can see where I am, I'm right down the far end of the beach. There's not a cloud in the sky, it's absolutely gorgeous. But first, before I even start the live stream today, I just want to say a huge thank you to Tommy. I can see there's a super chat waiting from you, and also as well I can see a super chat waiting as well from David. And I'm going to have to go back through my chat because I did spot another one, Colin as well. How could I forget you? Thank you very much for your super chat. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and let's get going now. Check this out guys, I've heard the weather is pretty bad over particularly Scotland way, actually north of England. You've had quite a lot of rain, so I'm hoping this live stream brings you some sunshine into your Sunday. Let me know from where you are watching from. Neil from Belfast, good afternoon. John, I'm just looking at your comments here. You think everyone that's down here in Puerto Pollensa this afternoon are going to be either expats or Spanish? You might be right actually. I'm sure there's a few locals down here, maybe a few people on holiday as well, but let's see. But look, already you can see it's quite busy out here. Got people on the beach, we've got a load of Sunday afternooners over there having a picnic, and the people out here in bikinis and swimwear and stuff, and I have seen people throw themselves into the sea rather them than me. It's a bit cold for me yet. Diane, good afternoon. I think you're going to be watching on catch up. If you're watching on catch up, Diane, hello. Jules and Gaz, good afternoon to you guys as well. I know you're coming over to Palma soon. Let me know when you're in town. Robert, you're watching from Cardiff. And hello, Paul. Now, we've got quite a few changes down here in Puerto Pollensa because where I have parked my car actually a little bit further down, I've seen a huge building site and I'm going to need the regulars. So you guys who regularly come over here to Puerto Pollensa to help me out, because I'm trying to rack my brains as to what was actually there before. It looks like something's been completely demolished and they're going to start building something in place of it soon. So let's go and check it out. And I think, have I seen a second site as well? Oh my goodness, let's go and have a look. Now we are warming up to the summer season very nicely over here in Mallorca. You can see we've got this beautiful endless sunshine. We've got highs today of about 17 degrees. And I'm just going to take you across the road here because this is the building site and I cannot remember what was here before. I'm going to have to go back and look back on my past videos, but check this out. There's obviously nobody here today, it's a Sunday. There wouldn't dare be anybody working, but does anyone know what this was? Or indeed what it's going to be either? And you can see where I am as well. I'm just near the jetty, right at the end of Puerto Pollensa Pier here. See the pier just over there to my right hand side. But they're building something here and I do not know whether that's going to be a new hotel of some description. I mean, the rate they're putting up properties here, every time I go into the resorts, and I do have a very, very big update coming for you, maybe on Tuesday actually, from another resort on the island. It seems I go away for a couple of months, come back, and everything's on the change. So let's see what that is. I don't know what's going on. Could be more hotel accommodation for people visiting down here. I'm not so sure, but let's see. Carla, good afternoon. That's very sweet. Stephen, hello Stephen, to you and your mum as well. I know your mum is watching. I really hope this live stream brings some sunshine into your day, but look at all the people we've got on the beach today. You'd never think in a million years that this was February, and I've got an iPhone, so I get these reminders on my phone of photos that have been taken years ago. And I remember back in, I think it's 2022, it was absolutely freezing. We'd had snow, and even this time last year actually, we had snow in the mountains, but there's nothing like that kind of weather here today, as you can see. Also as well, watching on catch up, James, I know you're over in a carvery at the moment with Callum, so I hope you've enjoyed your Sunday lunch with your family too. And also a big hello as well to Louise as well from Southwest Sundays. And rumour has it she's also in the carvery. Guys, I can't tell you how much I wish I was in the carvery at the moment as well. I love a Sunday lunch. But then again, I am here, so I cannot complain. And it has been actually my pleasure going around all the resorts recently when the weather's been like this. I didn't think I'd be able to make so many videos this winter. I didn't think I'd be able to do the live streams either, because always at this time of year we have so much kind of like awful weather really, and it just isn't very nice filming. So been very, very lucky this winter. I didn't think these were going to happen at all. Ricky, good afternoon from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. Lovely to have you here. I've just seen you pop up on my screen. I have to apologise if I do miss you on the chat. I am trying to get through. Andy from Glasgow. And Anne-Marie and Andy, good afternoon from a wintry day in Glasgow. Ian up in Newcastle. I hope you had a good holiday out in Thailand. Now it looks like, is it just me or I'm not sure if they left all this, but look, they're starting to get the decking out here over in Puerto Pollensa. They've still got the fences up, you can see on the beaches, which protects the beach from the rain and the storms that we're supposed to have had, but it hasn't actually, we haven't had the bad weather, so the beaches don't actually look that much different from last October. I'm just coming up past the Ulal Hotel here, the very lovely Ulal Hotel. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. Alex in Germany, good afternoon. Lovely to have you here as well. I've got another international viewer along with Ricky from Argentina. Caroline, hello. Good afternoon. Very lovely to have you here too. And Sarah Sparkles from Skegness. Brilliant. And I also have Klaus from the Netherlands. Brilliant. And Subi. And Mark too. Ronnie, I know you're down here in the port somewhere, aren't you? I'm going to see if I can see you as we go by. Ronnie's one of our residents down here who actually moved out to Puerto Pollensa about a year ago, actually. Which reminds me, on Friday, I think it was, I sent out my monthly Mallorca Under the Sun newsletter. If you haven't signed up for it, go ahead and sign up for it. There is a link on the Facebook group for you to do so, and I'll do a resend of that email as well in a couple of days. On my community wall, I'll put a link to it as well later on when I get home. Within that email, I announced I'm going to start a Moving to Mallorca newsletter. If moving to this wonderful island is something that you are interested in, then make sure you sign up for that free newsletter as well, which will be coming out sporadically and very soon too. Right, we're just coming up to the Hotel Pollensa. This was voted one of the #1 hotels on TripAdvisor. Look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. A lot of these hotels are going to be opening beginning of April, but I think we're going to see a few opening mid-March too. And right next door to that as well, this building that they've had with construction underway the past few months, that's looking like it's almost done too. So if you're coming out to the Pollensa, don't worry too much. Looks like those building works are going to be finished before the beginning of the season, hopefully. Last thing you want really is to come and stay in a hotel that's right next to a building site, but that looks like it's pretty much going to be up and running. And that's interesting actually, this building, it's going to be doing long-term rentals for 1 to 5 years. And what a location too, it looks amazing. Jose, you're watching from Trotter's Bar in Can Picafor. Good afternoon. I must go up to Can Picafor actually, I haven't been up there for quite a while. Absolutely. Fantastic. And James, you are watching in Rugby this afternoon. Haven't been for your carvery yet. And Karen as well, you're watching from, is that Yule in Sweden? Good afternoon. I'm loving it. We've got the international viewers in today, which is absolutely fantastic. But just check out these views here. It's absolutely amazing. And Chris, good afternoon. Nice to see you here too. Claire and Callum. Gosh guys, I haven't been in touch for a long time. I do apologise. Life has been busy. How are you doing? I must get in touch very, very soon. Actually, it'd be nice to see you. I can just see we've got some motorbikers down here on the wall. I just go past them. It looks like they've all been for a swim as well. So I say motorbikers, they're mopeders. So right, we're just coming up to the Tamarays beach bar here, which is closed too. I'm wondering at what point actually we're going to start to see some places open down here in Puerto Pollensa, because there's not very much up this side of town. We can see the restaurant across the road as well. That's not open either. And oh my goodness, John and Marie, thank you so much for your super chat this afternoon as well. And not that you're counting down, but you only have 236 days until you're down here in the port. So I'm guessing you're going to be coming out maybe October. Ah, look, do you know what is open? Now there is one hotel that I can see is open because I can see a lot of people outside it, and that's the Panorama right at the end of the road here. I do actually have a video on my channel showing where the Panorama is in relation to everything, but there's a whole group of people out the back here. I might pop down here during the week actually. I've got to be over at this side of the island at some point during the week, so I might bring you an update from what's open over here in the port if you're wanting that early break. But the Panorama stays open pretty much year round. And I actually think I've stayed there as well, but many decades ago. And that's something I need to investigate further, because unfortunately without the internet and emails to look back on, I've only got photographs, and I'm trying to identify if we'd actually stayed there back in the 1980s. I'm sure it was actually open then, because it's quite an old hotel. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Good afternoon. And yes, please, if you are watching this, please hit the thumbs up button. It will help roll this out. And also, if you're new to the channel as well, please consider subscribing. We've got off to a good start this year in Mallorca with the weather, but I've got loads more videos to help you out with your holiday. If you're thinking of coming over this year, and I'm going to have a whole range of content as well to cater for the many different types of tourists that we do have coming over here. Caroline, you're saying, can you give Ben a hello? We're coming out for his 12th birthday this year and he's watching. Ben, have you been to Puerto Pollensa before? If you haven't, you are going to absolutely love it. And what a place to spend your 12th birthday as well. Make sure your mum and dad take you up to the water park as well up in Alcudia. Tell them I said that, you'll have a great time. And that's called Hydro Park as well. They've got loads of fun things around here for you to do as well, so you're going to have an absolutely brilliant time. Such a nice resort, and they've got so many different water sports down here too. In fact, look, out in the water here we can see probably some locals are out here with their paddle boards, but you can rent paddle boards down here through the resort. So you're going to absolutely love it. Glyn, good afternoon. How are you doing? Are you watching and working? Karen, you are long-time listeners and first-time callers from County Durham. Brilliant. Weather looks amazing. I hope the weather's nice for you over in Durham today. My goodness me, look, you can just catch sight of some people on the beach this afternoon. This is so not February weather, folks. We've only got highs of 16, 17 degrees here. It does feel a lot warmer out of the very, very mild breeze. So if you're in a sunny spot, it's going to feel more like 21. And it's very easy to get sunburnt out here, actually, even in this weather. There have been a few concerns as well about the lack of water that we've had over here and the lack of rain, whether it's going to affect tourism this summer. But the good news is that it looks like it's actually going to rain at the end of this week, so fingers crossed for that. Sharon, you're a big Puerto Pollensa fan, and it's windy up in Manchester today. Do you know what? I wouldn't normally have been up in Puerto Pollensa today. I've had to fit in with my daughter's social life. That's why the live stream is a whole hour late today. I would have been down the southwest, but we've got a christening next weekend, next Sunday. I'll still do a live stream, but after the christening next weekend, but probably somewhere in the southwest. And today she decided that she wanted to go and hang out with her friends, so in one of the resorts. So I've dropped her off, and I just made the most of a few hours to myself. Thought I'll just pop up here. John, you're asking me, given that northern Spain has now banned car washing and filling swimming pools, any word on the restrictions in Mallorca for this year? There haven't been any. We don't have any water restrictions at the moment, and actually we're quite lucky in that we've got some really big reservoirs of water here on the island too that run quite deep. So hopefully it's going to rain at the end of this week. You never know what's going to happen weather-wise as well, going into March or April. But nothing's been announced, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. That said though, always use water responsibly on holiday, and there'll be more about that coming up in the future on this channel as well. I did very briefly see an email from Jimmy and Zhao over in New York. Hello guys, if you're watching. And I haven't had a chance to reply to you, but you did actually mention something about alerting tourists about saving water while you're on holiday, because of course you're on holiday and you want to have a great time, but I think we all have to do our bit this summer as well, not to waste the water that we do have. I've just seen the message here, I can't see your Kem Bluton. You're coming over here on a cycling holiday. Well look, you're going to love this because we're just literally coming up to the La Gola. I don't know if you've been over here cycling before. You can see the cycle path that runs through Puerto Pollensa, and you can see how popular this restaurant here is with cyclists. And it's packed today. Here lots of Germans are over there actually. But look, we haven't got so many road bikes. A lot of mountain bikes are parked up here today, and it makes me wonder actually if they're just locals out on their bikes rather than the road racers. But we've got a lot of biking tours happening over the next couple of months here on the island. Sharon, goodness me, thank you so much for your super chat as well. That's just come flying onto my screen. Bless you, thank you very much. And check out these views from down here now. Over the summer months, we're just coming over the La Gola Bridge. over the summer months, there's normally a water sports school which kind of opens up on the right hand side. I'm sure we're going to start to see that setting up very, very soon. Paul, you're saying you might pop over to Palma Nova in the next few weeks. Do you know what? I don't blame you. The weather's so lovely here at the moment. It probably is a great time to come over. Good afternoon, by the way, David from Aberdeen. I've just seen your message there. And to John, and to Ronald. Oh, Stephen, thank you for that information about the Panorama Hotel opening up in 1970. Do you know what? I think I've stayed there. I'm going to have to dig around the archives because I've got some family photos, but you can only see bits of the building, so I'm going to have to go back and have a really good look around actually and see if that was where we stayed back in the 80s. But look, coming down here, look, we don't have any other restaurants open here at the moment, apart from a kind of little cafe bar just down on my left-hand side. Cheap and cheerful place. But we're coming down towards the main port area here. George, good afternoon from a cloudy Cornwall. You're going to be in Puerto Pollensa in 18 weeks and you're staying at the Diner Hotel. Well, we're going to pass by that, so you're going to see exactly where the diner is in relation to everything else. Over here in the port, and that's going to be in a really lovely central location as well, so you're going to be within paces of the beach, paces of the port, paces of the market, and a bit of a hike to the bus station, which is down the main road. So we're just coming past Tamarel's or Tamares Beach. Check out the colour of the water, folks. I mean, it's absolutely stunning today, absolutely stunning. David, you're going to be over in October and your dad wants to do some sea fishing. Is it expensive, or you'll be up in Playa de Moro? I'm pretty sure actually, do you know what? Fishing is something I do need to investigate more. I'm pretty sure they have some fishing tours over here, some fishing boat tours that you'll be able to take part in. I think technically you have to have a license to fish here, but if you go on an organised tour, I think they'd sort all of that out for you. That's a really good point. If you can, when this live stream has finished, can you just pop it in the comments so I do see it, because that is something as well. I know we've got a lot of people coming over here that want to do fishing and fishing tours and stuff, so I'll look into that for you, but I'm pretty sure you're going to find some trips out over the course of your holiday. Now look, I'm just looking at where you can see this restaurant here just down the side of Tamarel's Beach, and that's the Stay restaurant. It is absolutely packed. I don't know whether you can see that picking up here on this live stream, but my goodness me, I'd say every single table is taken with people out having something like paella for lunch. Martin, I've just seen your comment as well. You said it looks lovely. If you had this kind of weather in Scotland, the beaches would be mobbed. This is what I always said about living in Newcastle. I lived there for 8 years, and it's home to some of the most incredible beaches. If Newcastle had that weather that we enjoy here, I think it would be as popular as the Costa Blanca up there. I'm telling you, it would be even more popular than Mallorca. They've got so many absolutely gorgeous towns, incredible beaches. But just because they don't have the sunshine, so many people miss out on going there. Same with the southwest as well, because the weather isn't that much better down there either. Right, we're coming down into the port. Let's just have a little walk around the front actually. Let's go and get some nice views. Let me know as well if anyone's coming out during the month of February as well on holiday. I'm sure there must be quite a few of you, and if you're not coming out, you're probably going to want to come out, judging by the weather that we're having today. You can just see, look, we're just on the corner of the Stay restaurant there. It's absolutely super busy. Another Stephen, good afternoon from a drab and overcast Faversham. Can't say it, Faversham. I've just seen a comment here from Jill. This is a message to Mick. Mick, you've got some work to do, I'm afraid. I think you need to book a holiday for Jill to go out to Puerto Pollensa at some point. I don't think she's too bothered when, but get on the case with that. A holiday needs to be booked pronto. Look at these boats in the harbour, my goodness. This is the time of year actually you see not very many boats out, although this is a lovely sailing day today. It's absolutely gorgeous. Kevin! Oh no, any word on the mosquito treatments this year in Alcudia? No, I am chasing that up at the moment. Let's see what they're going to be doing this year. I hope to have some news for you about that. The good news is that I'm not being bitten at the moment, so always a good thing. Brian, good afternoon from a very wet Scotland. Am I going anywhere near the Hotel Capri on the Pine Walk? Yes, I will be. We're going to go right past there in probably about 5 minutes or so. George, you're asking what's the refurbishments like over in the Diana. We're going to go and have a look. Andrew McVeigh, good afternoon. How are you doing? I can see you've just flown onto the live stream as well. And Avril, you've got 2 trips booked over to Puerto Pollensa this year. Blimey, that sounds really good. Right, so we're coming into Puerto Pollensa town. Let's go and see what that's like today. I'm absolutely boiling actually, guys. I might have to just find somewhere to park my camera so I can take my cardi off. It's really quite warm today. Let's have a look. Can't believe I just walked past a nice view actually, but it says 17 degrees on the weather app. I'm convinced it's probably a little bit more. But look, we're coming down into the port. We're seeing a few more places open as well. Got this place to my left-hand side, which I can never remember the name of. And then we've got the La Lonca area of the port here. Tell you what, I'm going to just park my camera down here so I can just take my cardigan off. It's absolutely roasting. Right, here's somewhere flat. Just 1 second, guys. Don't go anywhere. Just to avoid melting. I've got a little tripod on that. Let me just take this off. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in just 1 second, just one tick. I can't believe I'm having to do this at this time of year. It's going to be shorts weather soon. If we keep up with the warm weather down here, we're going to be in our summer wear already. And I know many people are already in shorts and t-shirts, so it takes us locals a little bit longer. see Ronnie. Good afternoon. Right, we are coming up towards the hotel diner. See what's going on over here. Now look at all the people we've got over here in the port today. Look outside the Cafe 1919. It is literally rammed. If you saw my Port Sawyer live stream last weekend, you would have seen how busy it was. And my goodness me, we were very, very lucky to get a table last Sunday. My friend had actually got a table while I was doing the live stream, but they were turning people away actually. And you can see, look, you can see some people hanging around for tables and waiting on the wall here. I'm sending out this message early because if you are coming out for a Sunday lunch over here in Mallorca, even before the season starts, get that table booked, because they were turning people away last weekend and they were saying there's a 2-hour wait as well, which for this time of year is absolutely crazy. I've never seen it so busy over here on the island at this time of year. What's going on over here? Look, this is the diner. I think it's is it the Lemon Club or something it's called? Looks like they're doing some like tidying up around here. Looks very, very nice. Just going to have a quick look at the square as well. We're in front of the Diner Hotel here. For the person who mentioned they're coming over here to stay, it's not open yet. So I really hope this video shows you actually what the resorts are like out of season, because while a lot could be said for, a lot of people do say, oh, you know, everything closes down, it's very, very dead. A lot of these places do stay quite lively during the winter months, particularly if we have nice weather like we do today. And wow, that food smells amazing actually. I can see a few places are open down here too. Last time I came up here, actually, there's absolutely nothing open, and we're coming up towards the square where they have the marketplace. We're just outside of, is this Mully's Bar? Yes, it is. Outside of Mully's Bar, that is open. They've got some football showing in there too. If you're over here and there's a big match on, this is one place where you can head over to. And look, we've got some nice wall art as well going on here too. Anything else open? Just the Indian I can see across the way, across the square. All the Indians are always open around the resorts. If you're ever struggling to find somewhere to eat, go to an Indian or a Chinese. They're open for all hours. And I can also see as well, I think there's a barbecue-y place just down on the right hand side too. That's open as well. But hopefully next time I come down, it's going to be the beginning of the season. We're going to see a lot more open down here. Carla Emerson, you're bringing your mum to Mallorca for the first time in a couple of weeks. Wow, and you're saying mom. I'm wondering whether you're American actually or Canadian. Let me know. That sounds brilliant. I hope you guys have a lovely time as well. Ah, Ace Banana, it's you guys. You went to Palma at Christmas time and took a drive to Puerto Pollensa to see it in winter. Lots of life around now, it seems. Back in, and you're coming back here in May for your 25th wedding anniversary, and that's Steve and Heather. Fantastic. Avril, this is so right actually. Like, I love how the locals have all got their winter clothes on. And if you guys are over here, I can pretty much guarantee you'll be in your summer wear and summer dresses. And that's how I can tell when we have visitors over here. I've been going around the resorts the past couple of weeks, as you will have seen on my videos. And anyone I see wearing shorts and t-shirt and sandals, it's like they're definitely not from here. Locals are all bundled up in their coats. Thing is, you've got to wear your winter wear while you can, because the minute it does get a bit warmer, you won't need it anymore. We're coming up past another restaurant here. It's the U Mall restaurant. I think I'm pronouncing that right, or El Mall. It's the U Mall 37. That's open. We're just coming up by the Miramar as well. Look, one of our beautiful historical hotels over here in Puerto Pollensa, and I can see as well on the poster date here we've got an opening date of the 1st of April, so that's going to be on Easter Monday. 1st of April opening time. It's quite a shame actually, because they're going to miss out on the Easter bookings. If you have weather like this, they're going to wish they had opened a few days earlier, but there you have it. Glyn, thank you very much for the thumbs up reminder. Yeah, we have got loads of people in the chat this afternoon. Please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. Now, the next time I'm coming down, I really hope we see a lot more open down here, like in terms of shops that we normally get down here. And we start seeing a spring arriving down here in the port. I just honestly think that with the weather, it's very hard to predict the weather and to know what it's going to be like in a few months' time. But if they'd have known that the weather was going to be like this, I'm pretty sure some of these hotels and restaurants would have wanted to stay open throughout the winter months. As you know, we've got a big cycling scene over here, so there's always a bit of demand from the cyclists to come over at this time of year. If you guys have been having all that rain up in Northern Europe, I'm pretty sure a few of you would have wanted to have come down too. I'm just outside the Capri as well. Let's have a look. That seems to be blocked up, and lots of renovations going on here too. Kenny, good afternoon. You're in the UK and you're flying back in the morning. Safe travels to you. You'll be loving the weather when you get here. Carla, you're Danish. You're from Copenhagen. Ah, okay, so you're coming out with your mum. Brilliant. Okay, so we're outside the Hotel Cispins, and as many of you know as well, the absolutely amazing thing with some of these hotels along the Pine Walk, you can sit out. They put some beds out over the summer months. Had a few problems with that last year in that the Customs Authority did Are we back? That's so funny. We're right outside the Cispins there, and I very quickly lost the connection. Let me know if I'm back. Let me know if you can see me and hear me again. I have absolutely no idea what the stream is like today, guys. And I don't think I've ever lost the stream either outside the Cispins. Yes, I'm back, thank goodness for that. Yes, so I was saying outside the Cispins, which I've just come running past because there's obviously some kind of weird internet black spot there. There was the seating that you have in front of the hotel is absolutely gorgeous during the summer. It sits right on the water to get that feeling that you're literally in the sea but by the sea. Now, fingers crossed with the signal as we go down along the Pine Walk. Just coming past the Cob Mare. My goodness me, I've got some clearing up to do on my left hand side here. Everything's closed here. Let's have a quick look down this way. I'm keeping my eyes out for dolphins actually, because there have been quite a few dolphins spotted around the coastline this winter, this past few weeks, particularly down Palma Nova way. And because of course we don't have the marine traffic at this time of year, you can a little Our little dolphin friends do come in towards the beaches, which is absolutely brilliant, until someone goes by on a jet ski, which often then does send them away pretty quickly. I've just passed by a family having lunch on the terrace. That's so lovely. So you have to look for little blips in the water, actually, to see if the water's being disturbed by something, and then occasionally you can see a fin pop up, so I'm going to keep my eye out. You never know. Chris, you're coming over to Mallorca next month. Watch out for the sharks. Don't think you have too much problems with the sharks in the water, actually. It's the sharks on the land you need to watch out for. Stephen, good afternoon from a wet and dull Scotland. Lovely to have you here. Look how nice this is. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely gorgeous down here. Avril, which hotel would I suggest you book that has a sea view for your birthday for the weekend at the beginning of April? Well, I'm going to leave that to people in the chat actually to answer, because as you know, I live here, so I don't tend to be so much in the hotels, but we have plenty of people here who stay over in Puerto Pollensa. So if anyone can give Avril some tips about where to stay. We've passed a lot of lovely hotels here. Any of these hotels along the front, actually, if you get a sea view room, you're going to be in an absolutely amazing place. And look, I can see some people going in swimming over here as well. They must be crazy. Des, it is live. I am live. Good afternoon. I've just seen your message pop up as well. Marie, you're coming out at the end of September. Ah, Marie, as part of John and Marie. Wonderful. Be nice to see you guys, actually. Do let me know when you're over, just to say thank you for all your very generous super chats which you've been sending recently. One thing I have to say, actually, normally I go around the resorts, and it's actually, you can tell how quiet it is, because I just haven't seen so many visitors at the moment. I often get stopped on my travels around the islands, but not so much this past couple of months. But I know all you guys are going to be back in the next couple of months, so it'll be good to put some names to some subscriber names to faces, I should say. Goodness, this is so glorious down here. Look how clear the water is. Look, check this out. Look how absolutely clear it is. It's incredible. Good afternoon, Steve. I haven't seen you for a while. Chris, do you know what? July is going to be absolutely rammed this year, I'm sure. July and August. July is normally the busiest month, so. Steve, good afternoon. Lovely to see you here. Let's keep walking. So you can see in the absence of sunbeds down here along the Pine Walk, we've got a nice wall as well, which provides a really good backup. Take the weight off your feet, do a bit of sunbathing. Honestly guys, it's so warm down here. I could honestly now just go for a swim. It's boiling, and I've worn a long sleeve t-shirt down here as well, which is another big mistake today. Goodness me. What an amazing, amazing Sunday afternoon. Let me know as well if I've got any gaps on my channel, if there's anywhere you would like me to go and film in. I haven't done a proper video up in Cala St Vincent, so I must head up that way as well at some point when it opens up down there. But if there's any other gaps that I do have, let me know and I'll get out this spring to film them. Also, as well, I'm going to be championing businesses this summer that provide really good customer service. I have been a little bit horrified of late, actually, and it is only winter time as well. From my experience in certain places around the island in the winter season with not particularly friendly staff, which isn't great considering the season hasn't started. But I know a lot of the places that are amazing that will open up for the summer season. So if anyone has a really good experience somewhere, I'd like to hear about it and I'd like to tell everyone about it as well. Not so much the negative stuff, but I think because we're going to be having such a busy season this summer, it's really going to test the patience of a lot of people. So oh, John, Alex, you're now competing with A Place in the Sun on Freeview Channel 17, but don't worry, you're winning hands down. Oh my goodness, do you know what? I have to mention Place in the Sun, actually. This is for the UK viewers, and apologies to international viewers, although you may well get Place in the Sun translated or in your own country now. But I just have to say how absolutely saddened I was to hear about Johnny Irwin, about one of the original presenters who passed away on Friday from Place in the Sun, who started that programme back in 2004. And I think, and I'm pretty sure, that every single expat who's moved over here to Mallorca since 2004 has in some way been influenced by that programme. We're all here basically because of watching Place in the Sun, and it inspiring us so much to come over here to live. So condolences to Johnny Irwin and his family, but my goodness me, that was such sad news. But what an amazing programme as well. And of course they do film out here as well. I know they were out here last summer too, bringing lots of hope as well to people to really come over here and live their dreams like I'm doing here as well. And well, if you asked me back in 2004 if I was going to live here, I wouldn't have even contemplated it. So my opportunity came up a year afterwards, and well, I just took it with both hands, and look where I am now. It's amazing. Steve, good idea. Yes, I'm going back to Valdemosa and Dea. I've got those old towns lined up for the channel very soon. The last time I was up Dea way, it was absolutely pouring down with rain, so I couldn't do my winter in Dea video, unfortunately. That I wanted to do, but yes, I will be making some more Old Town videos. And I've got a surprise as well in store, a slightly different video for you as well from another side of the island with regards to Old Towns too, and that's coming up on my channel very soon too. I can pretty much guarantee that no one's done those Old Towns either. Got a lot of sand over here on the Pine Walk today. Check this out. Look, I don't know where this has come in from, to be honest. They must have had a storm down here, maybe one I hadn't noticed. Maybe it arrived here in October, but they're going to clean all of this up before the season starts. But it's literally a beach on the Pine Walk down here. Faith, good afternoon. How are you doing? Lovely to have you here. And yes, I mean, you come around this corner here and it's so nice actually that we haven't had the big storms this winter, because we always get a pine tree that that comes a cropper over the winter and they end up having to either trim it down or cut it down. But look, everything's pretty much here. Such a spectacular view. I can hear the humming of boats as well, far off in the distance. But Puerto Pollensa is looking absolutely glorious this afternoon. But what can I see in front of me? Hang on a second. Looks like we've either got a sinkhole in the port or, as I mentioned, a possible tree removal. And let's go and have a quick look. Jane, how long has it taken me to walk from one end to the other? Probably, well, we're at about the 50 minutes so far? Look, it looks like, I don't think they've lost a tree. I think they're just laying some pipes. I can see some pipes down there in front of this property. They haven't completely cut it off. Let's just sneak around. That's the beauty of coming out here on a Sunday. Actually, we don't get the workmen down here. And what time is it? You are asking me, Alan. It is, in Spain, it is 3:23 at the moment, so it must be 2:23 where you are. Just to prove that we are absolutely live down here. Maybe a few seconds out on the live, but that is approximately the time. We've really noticed as well, as you probably have over in Northern Europe too, that the evenings are getting ever so slightly longer and it's not getting so pitch black so early on now, which means that spring's on its way. I absolutely love the longer evenings. You're going to get so much more out of your holiday if you're coming over here soon. And of course all that becomes really noticeable after the end of March as well, when the clocks, I think they spring forward, don't they? So I cannot wait for that either. Look where we are, guys. We're outside the Illador. Oh look, they're starting to get the chairs out. Now we can hopefully see a sign as to when this is going to be opening up. Won't be able to do this in the summer. Look, check out the swimming pool. Super nice. And they've got lots of renovations that are going on around here too. Let's go and take a quick look. This is one of the most exclusive hotels down here in Puerto Pollensa, famed for its celebrity guests. Well, if you can call Agatha Christie a celebrity back in the 1930s. But look at it, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's such a gorgeous place. Obviously not the skip that is in front of it, but you can see they're doing a few renovations, and there's no date actually on. I'm wondering actually this will probably be open at least on the 1st of April, I'm guessing. Des, thanks for your football school there. I really do appreciate actually that you're double watching the football and the live stream. But yeah, from one end, from the jetty, the pier, right at the far end of the beach, all the way down here, it is kind of like an hour's leisurely stroll. You can do it in a much shorter time. And of course, if you are walking from one end to the other, you want to be stopping for some ice creams and drinks. I seem to remember the signal always going a bit iffy around here as well. Stick with me because we're heading down to the final bit of the the Pine Walk here. Yes, I am still live, if anyone is wondering. It's currently 3:26 in Spain, or 2:26 in the UK. Dan, good afternoon. Is admin Anne on the live stream today? I haven't seen her. Anne, if you're on the live stream, hello. Sorry I haven't spotted you if you're there. You're late tuning in, Dan. Doesn't matter. Even those watching on the replay, I really appreciate you watching. If you're having to watch on catch up, I do appreciate it's a Sunday. So I know many of you have got other things to do. So however or whenever you watch this live, I do really appreciate it. And Roman, bless you, thank you very much for your super chat this afternoon too. Much appreciated, thank you very much. And you're from Denmark. Wonderful to have our international friends in this afternoon watching. And we have Ericsson as well on the west coast of Sweden. My goodness. Good afternoon to you too, and Alan too. John, yes, you have got the book Problems at Pollensa Bay in your dining rooms, on your dining room table now. Do you know what? I've got that as well in my dining room as well. So it's a short story. It's quite sweet actually. Kenny, you've just said, you've just told the owner of Muddy's bar that I walked past his bar. And he says as well to mention that, okay, Muddy's where I walked past a lot earlier on. If you're looking back on the stream heading up towards the square, they're showing the Six Nations rugby, and apparently they serve a really good pint of Guinness too, which is often very hard to find over here in Mallorca, but they have it. You've got it up here at the port, so go and check them out when you're over here on holiday. Neil, you're saying as well that the Illador has a fixed menu rather than a buffet menu. That's very interesting. I didn't actually know that, but there you have it. Jules, I know the water here at this time of year is just crazy. It's not normally like this at all, I have to say. Now, can I come down these steps here? Yes, the water isn't up to my ankles. We'll go down this way actually. And I can see Diane as well in from Arizona too. Dan, I can see a question from you as well, which I'm going to have a look at in just a second. Just watch my feet. I've got a boat washed up over here behind me. Don't know whose boat that is, but it doesn't look promising. It's filled with water, so maybe that came in on the last storm. I'm not too sure. Honestly guys, this could be May over here. I'm not joking. It's not even like March or April. It's so ridiculously crazy warm. I can understand why so many people have come down here. I'm just hoping my daughter's taken sunscreen as well, because she went to the beach with her friends, so it's should we come back looking like a tomato? It's not something you kind of expect to need at this time of year, but my goodness. Dan, you are asking me what's my favourite place to eat on the Pine Walk. Right, well, I'll tell you what, the places that you see open today, you know, are going to be very popular with locals because they're open pretty much year round. I would go and try those. Stay's lovely for seafood. It's just over in the port in the Mallorca area too. So I would definitely go and check out those places if you're after something quite traditional and seafoody as well. I'm just going to pan round as well. Look, lots of people down here, loads of people. Normally it's just blowing an absolute gale down here at this time of year. I can see a boat's coming in behind me. So on that note, guys, thank you so much everyone. Oh my goodness, my hair's a mess. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for joining me on this beautiful live stream from over here in Puerto Pollensa this sunny Sunday. Thanks to everyone as well who super chatted me today. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It means as well, my super chats from last week have meant that I could come out here today. It also meant as well that I could film my video, which I filmed a couple days ago on the other side of the island too. You will see that coming out in the next few days. You will be horrified as well by it. So keep an eye on that video coming very soon. And thank you so much for those super chats from today as well. But I will be going live from somewhere next Sunday as well. And that will be to be confirmed, depending on timings of the christening, but I will definitely be live somewhere. Okay everyone, I'm going to leave you some beautiful views of Puerto Pollensa this afternoon. Let me just pan the camera back round. Just see a boat coming in. It's not coming my way, thank goodness. I thought I was standing on the dock where they're going to come in at. Almost looks like the Lake District actually, or could be up in Scotland even. Oh, good afternoon as well to Dave Ruffley as well, and Lindsay. I forgot to mention you. I know you couldn't make it today. And a few others as well over on the Facebook group as well. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and have an absolutely amazing Sunday from wherever you are watching in the world. Goodbye for now.